weaknesses and the strengths of one man sort of colluded to create the fall of a massive superpower. I'm digressing, guys, I'm sorry. Yes, Russian history is the answer, short answer.
A very quick second question. What's it like getting eaten by a dinosaur?
You know, I'll have worked for like 40 years, and I swear that's the only thing everybody will ever remember. And people talk about the movie now, they're like, I don't really remember much, but you died really well. I was like, yeah, that's like my moment of thing. It was cool, is the answer. They dropped me 11 stories head first. It's always a good day's work. Thanks, love. Hi.
Hi, I was just wondering, what's it like to work on the set of Frontier with Jason Momoa?
Amazing. I'm so sad I'm not on that job anymore. It broke my heart. They should not have killed her. It's the only time I was like, really, dudes, really. The thing about Jason that you're surprised at is he's such a sweetheart. Like, he's a huge guy. I mean, he's massive, but he is the most gentle, most sweet, most like, he's like a little kid. He's like excited and happy, and like he really loves that role, and he brings so much of himself to it. And there's something amazing about working with an actor who just wants to play in a scene. Like, he just wants to have a laugh and find the good bits and the mess and the fun, and it's very freeing. Because sometimes there are actors that want to stick to the page, and that's fine. You work with them the same way you work with anyone else. But when somebody's like, they want to play around the edges, and that's Jason. And the man can drink, and he loves Guinness. And so automatically I'm like, dude, we're gonna get on.
Thank you.
It was cold though. There's one scene where he like gets into the water, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but there's one scene where he's got a fever and he has to get underneath the ice. The man did that in Newfoundland in the winter. I mean, it's mental. He took off his top and got underneath the ice. Nobody does that in Canada in the winter, for a good reason. The man's mad. Delightfully, deliciously Guinness-flavoured mad.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm currently studying at drama school here in Christchurch.
Congratulations. Round of applause for the drama student.
Thank you. It's a pretty big dream of a lot of actors to be involved in big budget, like fantasy and sci-fi genres. And I was wondering if you had any advice for young actors wanting to break into those seemingly very exclusive genres.
Do they seem exclusive?
I guess
because it's weird, because when you're in it, you don't know if it seems.
I guess probably because of the big names that are involved in it, you know.
I think it's like anything, you know. Your first job is. I'm still shocked every day that I have a job, and every time someone casts me, I'm like, really? The first thing I always ask is like, can I call my mom? Because if I call my mom, that makes it real and you can't take it back, because nobody is ever going to make my mom sad. So, hello. Well, I'll tell everyone that, shall we? Damien has left us to go to the bathroom, guys. Now you know what it's like being an actor. Everything you do is announced over a radio mic. It's great fun. Any job you get is a struggle. It's hard. You know, but there's a certain amount of luck, there's a certain amount of talent, there's a certain amount of everything. But the great thing I always say about being an actor, is every audition is like buying a lottery ticket. Every time you do one, you're in with a chance as much as anybody else to win it. And as much as it is talent or anything else, once you get to the audition stage, everyone's kind of on a level playing field. Once you get to that room, and in that room, what you do in that room is what's going to get you the job. And you have as much chance as this person, or me. It's the best person on the day that gets the job. And so it may seem insurmountable, and it does, trust me. And even now, like I said, I go in and I audition, I'm like, oh. But somebody's got to get the job. And you have as much chance as anybody else to do it. So you go into the room and you give it your best shot, and you can come away with, I don't know, the lead in Amazon's new Lord of the Rings, which I hear is shooting here, so you have a pretty good chance of getting that. Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It may seem insurmountable, but I promise you, if I can do it, like anyone in this room can do it. Because I seriously had no idea what I'm doing and still don't.
That's a wonderful way of looking at it. Thank you.
But listen, it's buying a lottery ticket. You got to be in it to win it.
Great. Thank you so much.
Hi.
You've got a camera. Hello.
Hi. When you were told Merlin was going to end, did you feel it was the right time to do so? And remembering that Kilgara said Arthur would rise again, how would you envision that?
It's a real privilege as an actor when you're doing a TV series to be able to do it from day one to day end. It's very rare. And what also we had was, we were all signed for 5 seasons. We all knew we were doing 5. And we all, I mean, to be fair, we all wanted it to end at 5 because we wanted to be able to tell the story of our character. I didn't want to give up my character to anybody else. And the thought that somebody else would now play her in a reboot, no way. Mine. So it is a privilege to be able to say that we told the story in completion for all the characters the way we wanted to do it. And so, were we sad when it ended? Of course we were sad, but we also felt that it was the right time and it was a privilege to be able to tell the ending the way it was always envisioned. And Arthur may rise again, sure. But I'm not going to let anyone else play my character, she's mine.
And what was the story about you and Colin bringing your own tea on set because you didn't like the stuff that they gave you?
Oh, I only drink the one type of tea and it travels around the world with me. It's Irish tea, it's Barry's tea. So you know, there you go. I swear to God, I'm like, my mum hooks me up. It's like a drug mule. I ring her up and I'm like, Mum, I'm getting low. She's like, it's okay, I'll send a secret package. And she's now already hooking up so many other people because once they try it, they don't go back. It was the same with Colin. We used to drink the same stuff. It's good shit, guys. I'm just saying. A few things the Irish do well, and tea is one of them.
Why do you think Kara hasn't told Lena that she's Supergirl?
I think there's a lot of reasons why Kara hasn't told. I think Kara's afraid. You know, she's still a Luthor, and there's still that almost genetic fear between, you know, the L family and the Luthors that maybe she won't be my friend if she knows the truth about me. I think from a character point of view, I can't say for Melissa, but I would imagine that's got something to do for it. Also, I know you've heard me say this before, but from a story point of view, I think Supergirl needs somebody that she can be vulnerable with. And, you know, if everybody knows that she's a superhero, she's got to be a superhero all the time. So it's nice for her to have one friend that she can, like, you know, eat ice cream with and cry, and you know that friend you got. That's what she is for her.
Thank you.
You're welcome, love. Hello again.
Hello. My question this time was, have you found a major difference in working on like English sets versus American sets?
Craft. If you all don't know what craft is, it's basically free food. I have no idea how I fit into any of my costumes because it's anything you can imagine, covered in butter. It's brilliant. But we don't have that in England. What else don't we have? It is very, very different. You tend to be able to shoot longer on an American show. They tend to have more money, so they can just go for longer hours. On Merlin, we would start at 7:30 and we would finish on 7:30 on the dot, no matter if we had scenes more to go. And there's something about knowing you have to finish at a certain time, which just makes you get through things quicker. So we would shoot more in a day on Merlin than we tend to do on Supergirl. Well, no, we shoot the same, but we shot at Merlin in less time. So it's just a different way of working. You just become, you know, we didn't also on Merlin have, you know, flying people on wires, so that does take a bit more time. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, I was just wondering, on a more personal note, if you could relive any moment in your life, what would it be?
You know, I think about stuff like this, and there's some stuff in my past that I'm, you know, less than proud of, and how I reacted. But I know it sounds weird, but it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I'm actually pretty happy with who I am. And everything that I've done, good or bad, has made me the person I am now. And so I don't think I could take any of it back, because the bad stuff or the good stuff, I've all learned something from it to get to where I am now. And if you had have told me at age 15 that I was going to be sitting here talking about me being an actress, I would have cried. So I'm proud of everything I've done, good and, well, not proud of the bad stuff, but, you know, I'm proud that I'm here, and everything I've done has made me get here. So I'm not going to apologize for anything in the past, if that makes sense. Seems like a very odd answer. We're all glad that Damien's back from the bathroom, guys.
The back teeth were floating.
TMI.
Hello, this is a Lena question.
Okay.
Haven't seen Merlin, so can't answer those ones.
Don't worry.
Anyway, do you prefer being a good Luther or a Luther in a green suit making trouble?
Well, I've never been a Luther in the green suit making trouble, so I can't.
But would you like to be?
Would I like to be? I don't want to be in a super suit because I'm lazy. You see, I think the problem with a character that's canon in a comic book series is that you think that you know where she's going to go. You think you know that because she's a Luther, she's going to be bad. But who's to say that's the way it's going to be? You know, just because you can't define somebody by their last name, that's giving the game away. So I don't know who she's going to be. So I can tell you, it's more fun being bad than being good. Yes, it is. But I don't know who she's going to be yet. So I.
Yeah, because we're up to that bit where she's just broken free of the glass box or whatever it is, and that's the end. That's where we're at the series at the moment.
Ah, well, you're just going to have to watch, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody tune in, please.
Anyway, well, yeah. So I was just wondering what they were going to do with that.
Oh, I couldn't possibly tell you that. And obviously, I would never do that. I will totally tell
But you
if
prefer
ask me
villains
so.
to heroes.
Pardon?
You prefer villains to good guys.
Always. Always.
Fair enough.
Doesn't everyone? Is that just me? Okay. You got a microphone.
I like anti-heroes.
Yes. I feel like because nobody feels like they are always good all the time. I don't know if it's me. I feel like, you know, I'm a flawed person. And the weight of being a hero would be way too much for me. And I'm not capable of that because I'm human. So, you know, I tend to identify more with the flawed. The massively, massively flawed. Hello, love.
Hi. I was just wondering, with Lena and Supergirl's relationship at the moment, do you think it's possible that they're going to be able to fix that and be friends again?
I think the great friendship for Lena was always Kara rather than Supergirl. I think she had great respect for Supergirl and she admired her. But her best friend was always Kara. And, you know, you have to remember for Lena, they are two very different people. I know, guys, I know, two very different people. But I think it was easier for her to be angry with Supergirl because she didn't have the great friendship and love that she had for Kara. So when Supergirl, I mean, she was destroyed when Supergirl sort of disappointed her, but I think if Kara ever did that, if she found out, I think she would be even more destroyed. So do I think that Supergirl and her's relationship could be repaired? I think they could get back to, I think she still respects her, but do I think they'll get back to, I think it's less important for Lena than her friendship with Kara. Does that make sense?
On that, do you think it's going to affect Kara's friendship with Lena?
I think you'd have to ask Melissa.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello.
I was just wondering what it was like moving on after Merlin finished. Like, how did it feel?
Petrifying. It was everything I'd known. I mean, when I say I learned everything as an actor on Merlin, I did. It was my drama school, it was my baptism of fire, it was everything. And it was a privilege to be able to do that in such a safe environment. And then they took that away. And I was out in the world all on my own, having never really done anything without the security of Merlin before. It was absolutely petrifying. And so when I went into Dracula, I was like so scared. And I look at the first few scenes that we filmed in that, and I just feel like Lucy is so petrified when I watch it. But sort of the friendship and the care that I had from Jess and Smurfs and Ollie and Nonzo and Johnny and everyone really helped me get through that. So I'm when I look at Dracula, I'm almost more proud of it than I am than anything because of where I was when I was doing that and where I ended up at the end of it, if that kind of makes sense.
Thank you.
It's very scary. Not Dracula, that's not scary, I don't think. Hi.
Hello. I